Seatbelt grip, again, I'm grabbing the blade in my hand here. Thumb is facing in here, because again, when we start looking at the hand fighting, we want to be able to come out, we want to be able to turn and dig when we look for the neck, okay? These are little details that become very important when we look at the hand fighting, okay? So thumb is facing in, controlling here, and I'm pulling in, my elbow is tight, I'm nice and tight here, okay? Knee comes high. If he allows me to step over, I will step over every single time, because this puts the hook in the position that it needs to be when I go to the underhook side here. Okay, now, most people will lift the knee and not let you do it. So what I've started to do very recently is kind of really exploiting this kind of head and arm position. So I'll come here, I will get my knee underneath and I will sit him back to here. Okay, now, what happens is he lifts his knee, his elbow's there, it's annoying, and I can't kind of get in here. So I lean back, and what I do is I pinch my elbows together. He comes to here. Okay, try and escape as well. Okay. Very easy to bring this across. Okay. It kind of goes against what we say, because we talk about this idea of kind of establishing this tight control here and staying really tight and keeping the chest really tight. Okay. But if I do that, his elbow can come in, his knee can come in. And again, my body's quite low, I can't get the legs, okay? So what I'm doing, again, I'm making sure my hands are linked, and as I'm leaning back away from his head here, it's important that I squeeze my elbows together. If I don't, potentially he frees his head, he frees his elbow, because there's no pressure, okay? So it's one of these things you're gonna have to get a little bit used to. You might get it wrong a few times, but it's important to look at it, because it gives you so much space to bring the hook over, okay? So as soon as we're here, again, knee is always above the shoulder line. This is a pretty concrete rule with this position, okay? I never want the knee to be under here, because again, as I take the back, I'm rolling too much of his weight over my body. And it's harder for me to bring the bottom hook in, okay? So whenever I get to this position with the underhook and the overhook, my knee is always there, okay? Imagine it like Chris Hearn described it as like a little pillow for his head here, okay? Then you actually do put him to sleep. So nice and tight at this point here. I can't get the hook in here because he's bringing the knee up, he's being annoying. Okay, so I've already sat onto the hip. So what I'm doing, I'm pulling up, but I'm pinching my elbows together. So I lean back and I pinch my elbows together here. Try and escape. Okay, it's very, very difficult. Okay, and it allows me to come over. I can take the back straight away, or I can start to come through and look at all the reverse triangles and this kind of stuff like that. Oh, that would be good.
Hard target.
Play about this. You've done this chair sit back tape before. It's a really, really important kind of movement. But I just want you, as far as no is concerned, I want you to start looking to try and understand this like kind of modified form of head and arm control. Okay, it's still head and arm control, but I'm shifting position. I'm almost kind of, rather than allowing him to be here and to keep myself tight, I'm pinching here, okay? So as I say, I can switch it, I can bring this straight over if I want, and I can start to look to come into arm bars and various things as well. Okay, does that make sense?